Hey, I'm Mark Loftus, and thanks for joining me for another episode of Post TV. And today we're speaking with Paul Babb of Maxon. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
So normally we're in Las Vegas for NAB this time of year, but things were kind of thrown for a loop. But still, Maxon is moving forward, and you guys have a lot planned over the next couple of days with a virtual NAB. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you've got lined up?
Yeah, actually, if people weren't aware, we've actually been streaming our presentations from the big shows like NAB, SIGGRAPH, IBC, NAB New York for about 15 years. So streaming our presentations is actually something we've always done. So instead of doing it from the show floor this year, we'll actually be doing it virtually from the presenters that we normally bring in. Will be presenting from their homes instead. We actually did run-throughs with everybody, so everybody knows, and we're going the full 4 days, Monday through Thursday. I think we have 18 incredible presentations, and as usual, we'll kick off the show on Monday morning with announcements and news from our CEO, Dave McGavran. But yeah, we've got, like we normally do, we've got a great lineup, and we're bringing it out to anybody who wants to watch on the stream.
All right, so everybody should tune in on April 20th to your c4dlive.com website. And Dave is
Absolutely.
going to kick it off. And you guys have news, just the fact that you recently acquired Red Giant, so you've moved along with that at this point. I guess you'll have some news along that, as well as some product news, which maybe you can or can't talk about, but we can revisit it on your website, I guess.
Yeah, actually, people may recall we announced the Redshift acquisition at NAB last year. Dave will be talking about how things have been going with that. There's been some great advancements with Redshift working with using our material node system, using Cinema 4D noises in their renderer right now. The merger with Red Giant did close in January. And he will be talking a little bit about that, things that we've accomplished so far. It's only been 90 days, so we're just starting to get used to each other and talk about some of the outlook of where we're going to go with that. And yes, he will be would be telling people about some advancements in all the product lines, both Cinema 4D, the Red Giant products, etc. He'll have some really exciting news, which you want to watch live, great, at C4D Live. If not, those presentations will be archived and available if you want to watch them after.
You've got, I had a chance to look at the list of some of the speakers, and one of them that I thought was interesting was Penelope Niederlander, who did the end credits for the recent Harley Quinn Birds of Prey film, which is pretty dynamic there.
Yeah, we've got a great range of work. Yeah, everybody. I mean, she's an amazing artist, but they're all really really well respected people in the industry and doing some incredible work. I think we've got Angie, who worked on Supergirl, and we've got but there's motion graphics, like you said. There's title sequences. There's visual effects. There's medical animation. We actually have two medical animators coming on, and that's a very timely subject these days, creating medical animation, showing off different viruses, and actually some workflow with Unreal. I think we have two presentations with interactive workflows like Unreal. So some really it's a good variety of different types of workflows and things you would use. And since we have done the merger, it's not just about Cinema 4D this year, where our artists are bringing in how they're using Cinema, how they're using Redshift, how they're using some of the Red Giant products that are in our portfolio now. Some of the artists are showing all three, but we've incorporated that. And we actually, three of the presenters we pulled right from Red Giant. We've got Stu Maschwitz, one of the principals of the company, and from ILM and Orphanage fame, and we've got Daniel Hashimoto, or Hashi, who's a real well-known tutorial artist on YouTube, the Red Giant YouTube channel, and Seth, who did Seth Worley, who just released his latest short film, Darker Colors, is going to be breaking down some of the visual effects he did with Red Giant products and Cinema 4D.
A lot of content going on there for people that want to tune in, whether they want to do it live on the 20th, following you guys throughout the week, or if they want to check in later on in the week after it's taken place, you've got it archived on your site. Your
Yep.
site, again, if we want to just plug it and make sure people can get there.
Yep. It's c4dlive.com.
Excellent. Well, Paul, I want to thank you for giving us a little bit of an update in these unusual times, and we wish you guys a lot of luck with your virtual NAB, and let's stay in touch.
Thanks, Mark. You too.